Deiondra Sanders drops unknown detail about son and father Coach Prime amid troubling health update. Deion Sanders is not just a doting dad to his 5 children. His pride and joy is his baby grandson Snow. Coach Prime's eldest, Deiondra Sanders, welcomed her son on the very same day as her father's birthday. And the bond between the two couldn't be more special. Deiondra braved some serious medical challenges to be able to bring Snow to the world. Coach Prime knows how blessed the family is to have Snow. Based on Deiondra's latest update on social media, it looks like the newest Sanders is taking after his grandfather. Coach Prime is settling into his grandpa role pretty well. "They call me Grand Hitta and Grand Prime," he wrote on Instagram, along with a photo of him cradling Snow in full Colorado gear. And just like his Coach Prime, Snow is already stealing the limelight, a classic Sanders trait. He's been with his grandfather to the Alamo Bowl and was also a part of the family's draft celebrations in Texas. He's a Sanders in the making, and Deiondra's latest peek into her life shows that Coach Prime has already begun rubbing off on the baby. The social media star shared an Instagram story featuring Snow, who has already been practicing to walk. With his back to the camera, he stared off into the vast greenery, a trait Deiondra says is of her father. She wrote, "Just like his Papa Prime. He loves chillin' outside looking at the scenery." Coach Prime is keeping those nicknames coming in. He will be busy at Boulder this offseason, but the strong bond between grandpa and grandson shows that it will persevere. "Lord, I thank you for the gift of life and the peace to enjoy the life you've afforded me. Thank you, Lord, for my grandson and his parents," Deion Sanders wrote in February, sharing a series of him bonding adorably with Snow. Deiondra braved placenta accreta and dealt with fibroids while she was pregnant, making it extremely risky for her. And Coach Prime values the sacrifices Deiondra has made and the fights she's put forward to embrace motherhood. It's a journey that's impacted the influencer significantly, as she now dedicates herself to raising more awareness about postpartum depression. However, as she looks to enjoy this journey more fully, she is faced with some serious and troubling health issues. Deiondra Sanders received terrible news about her health. Deiondra recently revealed that she was all in on having a second child with Jacquees. Until very recently, it seemed like the two were close to calling it quits. But she very much wants to add one more child to their family. "I can't wait to have a baby with my husband," she wrote on X some time ago. Though they're not married yet, it looks like Deiondra is 100% into welcoming baby number 2 with Jacquees. However, her health issues pose a serious risk in making that dream a reality. Upon her latest visit to a fibroid specialist, Deiondra discovered that her issues would make it very difficult for her to have a second child. "He told me it will be hard for me to conceive again. He was surprised I was able to have Snow," she wrote on X. And, to make matters worse, she only has 2 options as a way out, with one of them being the deal breaker. "I have 2 options: a hysterectomy or uterine embolism. For obvious reasons, I will be trying the second one." Folded hands, Deiondra wrote in another tweet. The latter option is a minor procedure that shrinks fibroids, but Deiondra is firm in her faith, just like her dad, and is confident that she can brave this storm too. "I heard that before, but I believe and trust in God." After all, this isn't her first rodeo. But just because she has already been through a difficult road does not mean it's not as dangerous the second time. Deiondra is still determined to take on this challenge. "God will allow me to have that true love family dynamic. I believe it and I receive it." Dad Deion Sanders will stand by her side once again, just like he had when even having Snow proved to be extremely difficult. HBCU coach sends strong message to Deion Sanders for not giving up despite unwarranted media hate. "You know how spring football talk can get. You throw out an idea, stir the pot a little, and the next thing you know, the NCAA smacks it down just when it begins to simmer." That's what happened when a certain ACCHC and Deion Sanders cooked up something bold in March, a joint spring practice between their squads. "We all locked in. Me and Coach Prime are excited," he said. But the NCAA iced it just like that. And this is where the HBCU narrative creeps in. You might have already guessed it. But Fran Brown was none too pleased with the NCAA decision. Was it because he and Deion Sanders came from HBCUs, coaching rising programs like Syracuse and Colorado? The following month, he took a sly jab on social media, saying, "We should have just told Coach Belichick and Bill O'Brien to come up with it." While they weren't about to allow Coach Prime and Fran Brown to be the first 2 guys to do it. Then he added a disclaimer. I'm just messing with you, NCAA. Don't get all mad, call my AD and try to find me. I'm literally joking. But the frustration was felt. After this episode, Fran Brown's relationship with Deion Sanders only deepened. And now it brings us to a different stage where he joined 2022 NFF Hall of Famer LeVar Arrington in a new episode on NFF On Demand on May 21st. During their conversation on leadership, the host said, "One thing that I had to learn in my adulthood is being the best leader I can possibly be is knowing that being that way if I truly feel that way about you. I'm going to let you know." Then he added, "I tell my teammates when I talk to them, when we get off the phone, and I can tell even sometimes it catch them off guard like love you bro, and they probably mag feel it and they think it, but it's okay to show somebody that it's okay to express the emotion and let you know like bro we know we love each other." And of course, this instantly reminded Brown of somebody. You know who's the absolute best at doing that? He asked and replied to himself. Prime, love that he's really good at that. Really makes sure it's real, Fran Brown added. Because I got a chance to talk to him and get to know him over these last couple years when I heard prime time. Even Arrington backed it up, saying he means it. If he respects what you're doing, if he likes something about what you do, he's definitely going to let you. He don't have no problem letting you know. And that emotional honesty is why Deion Sanders and Brown connect. Their bond started years back when Fran Brown was recruiting Shiloh Sanders at Baylor. Since then, it's been mutual respect. And no matter the reception he gets, Deion Sanders is always confident and comfortable, something which has grown into the Orange HC since both come from HBCU programs. Before coming to Boulder, Coach Prime coached at Jackson State from 2020 to 2022, while Brown coached HBCU School Temple for 6 years, serving different roles. Deion Sanders is only the second black coach in CFB history to leave a HC job at an HBCU for an FBS school with the same role. No one is blind to the bias. Still, no negativity drags the third-year Buffs HC down. Deion Sanders' fight is bigger than football. Deion Sanders isn't just trying to turn around Colorado. He's trying to turn around narratives. I'm a people guy. I don't see a tremendous wrong, he said. I see where I can make this right. I reiterate that God always sends me to turbulent situations, turbulent people, turbulent neighborhoods, so that I could bring peace and serenity and joy, love and unity. And that's what I've always done, even in my own career. And that's not just talk. He made JSU a national headline with 2 SWAC titles with a 27-6 record. Even in Boulder, he revived a 1-11 program to a 4-8 season before leading the Buffs to a bowl season with a 9-4 record in 2024. But every step came with criticism. His recruiting approach, his flashy style, even his son's unexpected draft slide. It's always something. Still, he remains unfazed. My Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise, and he chose the weak things of the world that he may put to shame the strong, he posted. Please know God ain't done and God is just really getting started. Enjoy this lesson and stop stressing. The hate and the pushback never end. But Deion Sanders doesn't flinch. And neither do the ones who believe in him.